Hey guys, it's Lou, the owner of StarboundRP, and I'd like to make a short video for you to keep you in the loop and to tell you what's been going on and why we have been struggling lately and where I think the project could go and where I don't see it going. So the first half of the video is going to be a bit about the project and just to let you know where we have gotten us and how many people we have and stuff like that. And the second half is going to be about our upcoming project, a Minecraft server, which I think you could like a lot if you like writing stories and if you like role playing. I think it's a really nice platform. So first let me show you how many people we have on the website. We have 414 people registered, but a lot of them aren't active. We have about maybe 50 people who logged in over the last week, but a lot of people have never been to the server. Currently like 200 people have server access and 200 people have never been to the server. If you look at our forums and see what people generally enjoy doing, you see a lot of people talked about the server, which makes sense. But a lot of people enjoyed just writing stories. Like the most popular forum we have is the Citizen Log forum, and we have 105 threads with 200 posts, and a lot of these posts are massive stories that people just came up with. And I think that's really impressive to see people writing these huge stories and just contributing to the lore of the server. So we have a lot of these, and it just made me think that maybe people really like creating the story, and that's the main thing people enjoy. So we've been struggling lately to just keep the server running, and it's not because of money. Like the server costs about $30 a month, including the website, which is pretty good, and I'm happy to keep funding like a project like that. But the problem is the Starbound server itself, the server software is not very good for us, the admins, and we don't get to see a lot of stuff we'd like to see. The logs are very limited, and basically if you want to see people doing stuff through the logs, you have to be logged in. There's you can't see stuff happening in the past. So if something happens and say someone grieves your land, it takes literally hours to try to figure out who did it, and in the end you're not even sure, so it's a lot of guesswork. And the other problem is there's no protection of the worlds, so anyone can just hop in and do whatever they want. So if we'd like to create a stable universe where you can just roleplay and create fun stuff, it's really hard to do. And there's no economy, because the problem is the player files are stored on your computer, so you can modify them and you can create stuff whenever you want, and there's no sort of restricting that. You can basically come into the server with any stuff, any cheated stuff, and we cannot tell if it's cheated or not. So these few things are making it really hard to create a server that could be fun and that could be persistent and that could be pretty immersive, like the original idea we had. And there have been a few updates to Starbound since we first started in December, but it's like 5 months ago, and over the 5 months there have been no updates to the server software. So I'm a bit pessimistic when looking at the future and trying to sort of hope for the best, but at the moment I don't see any big updates coming to the server software, so I don't see us creating a stable server that could basically give you what you want and give me what I want. So it got me thinking, like, where could we go in the future? And I've set up this post that a lot of people commented on, and a lot of people were happy about the Minecraft server, and a lot of people weren't. So I'd like to tell you what Minecraft can offer, because I think Minecraft, well, it sounds pretty childish, but if you really think about it, it's a pretty decent platform that gives you a lot of opportunities to create roleplay basically, and create your world and create anything you want. Just write stories and make them happen. So just let me show you a pretty simple presentation about Minecraft and the idea I have. So in Minecraft there's a lot of systems that are basically mods by people, but they're server mods, so it's very easy to set up an economy. Basically you can set up your wallet, you can set up banks, you can set up rewards for quests, you can get money for mining, for killing stuff, and you can send the money to other players, you can trade it, so you can establish a business and stuff like that. There's a very good mod that lets you create custom classes, and basically lets you do anything you want class-wise. You can set up fighting classes that let you gain XP as you fight, and give you basically rewards if you get enough levels. You can set up farming classes and stuff like that. There's a very good quest framework, and the quest framework lets you set up quests and basically script them. It lets you place NPCs and integrate the lore you guys write into the server very easily. And there's a one that lets you basically set up property and trade property, give it to players, let you build whatever you want, while maintaining a really secure server. So the idea is to set up some general lore that you guys would write, and basically this would be like a background story that we'd set up to begin with, maybe like a kingdom with a king and a couple of gods that are there in the world, and people worship these gods and stuff like that. And when you then log into a server, or you don't even have to have Minecraft to participate in this. If you want to write a story, you just like read up on the general lore, which is gonna be short, like just an overview. And you make the local lore, so you read about the king and maybe you get an idea that there's a thug who stole some jewelry, and you'd write all these ideas down and save them. And so you write this story about the thug and how the player just steps in and has to sort of solve the mystery. So you can write all this without even playing Minecraft or even buying Minecraft. And you can save this to our website. And when you do that, we can do the quest design. So the people then can pick up your idea and they can place the NPCs you wrote about, they can set up the reward system and stuff like that. And it's really easy to do. And when you do that, the content is in-game pretty much instantly. And it's a very simple process, and it's bound together by the original lore. It's directly based on your input, so whatever story you write, it's gonna be in the game, and you can modify the world. So your stories are going to be pretty impactful, and they can connect to one another. And that way you can connect a really deep story. And the great thing about this framework is the fact that one guy can write the lore, and a completely different guy can set up the administrative stuff and can design the quests in-game, and a third guy can build the world. So you have these three different groups of players, and some people really just enjoy writing the lore and playing the game, so you can do that. And other people like to basically do the admin stuff, and they can do it too. And some people just like to build, so they can contribute building the world. And basically you can pick whatever you want to do and do that and contribute in a very easy way to the whole project. And I just want to show you a brief sort of like an overview of how this might look in the game, so I'll make a brief video on that.